So on this mirror that I painted, I've got a couple of some runs on it, and so this is how I take care. I take this razor blade and I have enough clear coat on here, knowing that I kind of need to do this. A little bit of orange peel down here, and so basically I'm just scraping down those high spots in preparation for some 1500 grit wet and sandpaper. It looks bad, I know, but it does work pretty good. You can see here that I still have this is high, this is all still kind of high, but it's getting there. It's actually feeling pretty smooth to the touch. I'm not going to go past this ridge here. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to stop right there. Okay, viewers, I just wanted to show you what I use to do my cut and buff on my car. I've used this procedure on lots of cars and it works pretty good. Let's just go these, like I say, this is all my tools that I use for this. This is a wool pad. It's fairly rough, which is a good cutting pad. I really like this pad. This pad's actually done about 3 cars all the way, so it is getting a little dull and needs to be replaced, but for what this project was today, it worked great. Then the second one behind that is this yellow one. It's a little finer, and I spin it just a little bit faster than the white one, and it works fantastic. It's too bad all the wording is pretty much gone off of here, and like I said, I've purchased this a long time ago, so I don't know the part number on these. Next up is, I love this stuff right here. This Mother's rubbing compound, that number right there is the part number, and I have used this exclusively. I'm on at least my 6th bottle. I just love that stuff. It works, for my method, it works fantastic. Up next is I finish up with this Meguiar's wax, which I use this wax on the whole cars and all the paint, and it works really nice. Easy to apply, easy to wipe off. And then, of course, you know, when you're sanding, you use some water and just a little bit of soap when you're sanding it. Here's my, speaking of sanding, this is, I start off with 1000 grit, and then I move up to 1200, and then I finish up with 15. Now, a lot of people are going to say, why don't you go up to 2000? And you could, and that would probably be better. A 2000, maybe less time on the buffing wheel, but you can do it. However, these packs of this stuff is quite expensive, and I buy it in these packs right here, and I forget the price, but I just remember it was expensive. Then, of course, I clean it with a wet rag, polish it with this rag. I use one of these sponges. I get them at Home Depot. I cut them in quarters or even smaller to apply the wax. This is really handy, that washes up nice. And then a lot of people are kind of wondering, what in the world is that buffing tool you have? Okay, so the buffing tool that I have is from Harbor Freight, and I bought this a long time ago. I've actually gone through 3 of them. They don't last that long. They're cheap. I think I paid like $18 for this thing. Now, the reason why I buy an El Cheapo plastic buffer is because of the weight. It spins fantastic. As long as I don't, you know, put a lot of pressure onto it and dog it down, it'll last a long time. It's the trigger that actually starts to go bad. So, but that's the reason right there, is the weight. I've used some other more industrial ones in the past, and I have some, but after a while, you're just so tired of buffing, you just quit. But this thing's light. I mean, it's really light, and I really like it. It's a good choice. So there you have it. This is how I cut and buff. This is what I use. You saw earlier in the video, I had some clear coat runs on my sport mirror that I installed a while back, and I used, like I said, I use a razor blade. I didn't show you that. Let me get that real quick. So, of course, I buy a bunch of these. These things work fantastic. And when you have a run, you just kind of lightly scrape it, paper thin, until you get it pretty flat, and then you finish off with your paper, and it works. It works, not a problem. So there you have it, everybody. Yeah. So there I am. Welcome to John E. Garage. DIY. I do everything myself on most everything, and enjoy every minute of it. And I enjoyed making this video. So have a good day. Bye-bye.